Sir Danny Pollard here from the middle of the Amazon rainforest. I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget, subscribe to Chris Peel.
Now then, hope you all had a great Christmas and got the Lynx Africa wash sets and socks that you truly deserved.
As most of you will already know, the world famous, widely acclaimed movie reviewer Sir Danny Pollard Esquire has been at it again from his maisonette in the Brazilian Alps.
From his blog, Le Movie de Critique, he has posted 15 top 5 lists with an elegant caveat which reads as follows.
The time between Christmas and New Year can be boring. I have some top 5 movies or series lists I'm going to post that I put together. Feel free to contribute and say where you're posting from in the world. These are based on my opinion, so I expect people to disagree.
Never afraid to court controversy, Danny is expecting you to react to this and to disagree. He also wants to know your exact location and postcode anywhere in the world so he can use his many millions to fly there and kick your ass. So without further ado, let's jump right into it and review the top 5 sports movies which are based on true stories. At number 1 we have Coach Carter. At number 2, Moneyball. Number 3, Blind Side. Number 4, Remember the Titans. And number 5, The Fighter. We've got 1 basketball, 1 baseball, 2 American football and 1 true life account of Danny Pollard's life. Starting from his upbringing in the mean streets of Belden with his sister Guy Price and moving on to his trip to Brazil where he's off teaching jiu-jitsu. Can't fault this one, great list Danny. Cracking on to number 2. He's teased us in with the sports ones before jumping into probably the most controversial on this list. Failures of the American judicial system. At number 1 we've got famous movie and Netflix special Making a Murderer. At 2 we had The People vs O.J. Simpson, controversial as ever. Number 3, The Innocent Man, which is about famous rugby player Innocent Tafadzawi, who plays for Bradford Salem when he can be bothered. Number 4 we've got Unsolved, Tupac and Biggie. And number 5, 13th. All good so far, but list 3 has really got me struggling. Number 1, Game of Thrones, you cannot doubt that. Number 2, Breaking Bad. Good. Black Mirror at number 3. But 4 and 5 are where I disagree. At 4 he's got Narcos. And number 5 he has got Luther. Where's The Wire, Danny? Where's The Wire? What about South Park or Rick and Morty? He's rolled in the clickbait for list number 4 with unbelievable true story movies. Starting number 1, Catch Me If You Can. Number 2, Pain and Gain. Number 3, Wolf of Wall Street. Number 4, Snowden. And number 5, Hacksaw Ridge / Lone Survivor. That's 6, Danny. Come on, stick to your guns, pick one, you cannot have both. We'll touch on this a bit more later because I'm not quite happy with the way you've done that. I'm also surprised that you haven't got your number 1 favourite of all time, Brokeback Mountain, squarely at number 1. By list number 5 we realise that he's trolling with us because he's gone for the best comedy series and he hasn't got anything by me, he hasn't got Rick and Morty, and just wait till you hear number 2. So here we go. Number 1, Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Number 2, The Office US. Number 3, Gavin and Stacey. Number 4, In-Betweeners, which of course Danny Pollard had a big part in. And number 5, Only Fools and Horses, again named after Danny. The true irony is this Partridge-esque list does not even feature Mr. Allen himself. And David Brent, if he ever sees this, he's gonna go absolutely crackers. Danny, you will find yourself right in the thick of it if people see this list. For list 6, Danny has gone for the title Let Down after season 1, starting with The Killing, followed by Bloodline, following by Gotham, followed by Homeland. Now I've only seen Gotham out of all those, I'm not going to watch the other because of this list. He's also put disappointing. I think you'll find disappointing there refers to the fact that he can't even think of a number 5. Danny, you've got to commit to these things. Disappointing. Let Down after list 6 for me. Hitting in at list 7 we have feel-good movies with Freedom Writers at 1, 2, Wonder, 3, The Pursuit of Happiness, 4, The Impossible, and 5, Lion. List 8 is, of course, drama thriller movies, starting with number 1, Gone Girl, going on to Law Abiding Citizen, number 3 is Prisoners, 4, Nightcrawler, and number 5, The Prestige. So Danny has been saving himself for list 9, his favourite number. It's the position that he plays in rugby, and he has gone with, this is less than a top 5 and more like an only 5. So of course you've guessed it, chick flicks. Number 1, The Indecent Proposal. Number 2, P.S. I Love You. Number 3, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, something that Danny knows all too much about. Number 4, Pretty Woman, something that Danny knows less about. And number 5, She's Out of My League. Back in with something that Danny knows about. I'm a bit surprised by this list. Where's the notebook, Danny? Where's the notebook? Spicing it up with some more controversial topics is list number 10, where he has gone for Disney movies. So despite ranking Lion at number 5 in the previous list, Lion King is in at number 1. It means no worries for the rest of your days. It's a problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. At number 2, we have Tom Hanks' biographical piece, Toy Story. Number 3, Aladdin. Number 4, Monsters Inc. And number 5, Lilo and Stitch. Eagled eye commentator James J.J. O'Connell threw in his weight on this one with Moana, Jungle Book, question mark, exclamation point, followed by, technically, Toy Story and Monsters Inc. are Pixar. Big points from JJ. By list 11, Danny had run out of ideas, so he'd gone for Broadway or West End plays, something that is true and passionate to my heart, and he's gone again with Lion King getting its second number 1 spot, followed by The Book of Mormon. 3rd is Wicked, 4th is Matilda, and 5 is The Phantom of the Opera. Different tacts here, interesting to see what comes. There's a grief that can't be spoken. There's a pain goes on and on. Empty chairs at empty tables. Danny Pollard's got his list wrong. In a world that won't let us feel. In a list that doesn't feel real. There's no Miss Saigon. Danny, your list is wrong. Once I had a teammate. You know the sort of chap. He makes lists on the internet that are kind of really crap. List 12! In an homage to his dad, Danny has gone with police-related comedies. With number 1, Hot Fuzz. Number 2 and 3, Bad Boys 1 and 2. Number 4, The Other Guys. Number 5, Let Be Cops. And number 6, The Heat. Danny, that's 6, that's not 5, but I get it, you've put in a bonus one for your dad, that's cool. Like a glove! You guessed it, for number 13, Danny Pollard has gone for Jim Carrey movies. So starting at 1, we've got Ace Ventura 1 and 2. At number 3, we have Liar Liar. At number 4, Dumb and Dumber. Number 5, The Cable Guy. And number 6, Me, Myself and Irene. As you can imagine, the comments went furious. Mark Purvis puts, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas must be in the top 5. You're like the Titanic after it hit that iceberg.
I'm a number 1 fan of Danny Pollard's lists, and I endorse Chris Peel's YouTube channel.
Ben Davis posts, How is 23 not in there? Dan Geyers, The Truman Show. And renowned commentator repeats again for the second time in this video, Ace Ventura should be top of all time list, never mind just Jim Carrey. Now I think what the people at this stage want to see is a reply from JJ O'Connell himself. List 14, Danny has gone horror, and it starts off with Stephen King's It. I don't know if that's the first one or the second one, the remake. Second is Paranormal Activity as a collective, again extending the list of 5. Number 3 is Hush. 4, Exorcism of Emily Rose, not the original Exorcism. And number 5, Insidious. Danny follows that up with this weird flex. Difficult one this, as horror films don't scare me, so I can't base them on a scare rating, but I think these are the best. Number 15 on the list is a special entry from Dr. Mark Purvis himself, where he reviews Danny's top 5 lists and gives his very own meta top 5. So at number 1, Mark has rated the Jim Carrey list as top. Number 2, he's gone for Danny's shopping list, which includes lube, tampons, and Thirol cream. Number 3, the police movie one, except Hot should count as 5, it's that good. Number 4, Hot Fuzz, because it's that good. And number 5, Disney/Pixar. Right, I hope you've liked that video. I myself am going to have to go into hiding because Danny is almost certainly going to mail bomb the house. Now, I'd like to thank Danny for his willing participation in this list. If you've liked the video, please give it a like. Also share it around, and I'd love it if you could subscribe to my channel so I can flex on my friends.
You don't have any friends. Nobody likes you.